Good evening and welcome to a brand new episode of Bahrain Now as we highlight the country's initiatives, events, and great talents. I'm Bara Abdallah. Stay tuned for more to come right here on Bahrain Now. CFA Society, Bahrain, and Ahli United Bank have collaborated to launch a women-led mentorship program and podcast and run by all-women leadership team. Let's watch the following report.
There's a famous saying where they say learn from others' mistakes because you won't have time to try all of the mistakes.
I think the first thing that comes to mind is guidance. The fact that somebody is happy to be part of your journey and to support you through it.
And typically in a professional development context.
It's a lifetime friendship.
Sharing the same journey.
Enhance the skill set.
And why start from scratch if there are other people that have taken the same road?
Somebody advises you, somebody holds you by the hand. These are the words that come to my mind.
Mentorship allows experience passed from one generation to the next.
I do believe in, and some people, they may say that they have never ever had a mentor in their life. No, everyone has a mentor in life.
But there's always been consistently, since business started, people mentoring others.
And as a mentee, it was pivotal to have somebody guide me in my career and my progress.
At first, I didn't really coin it as mentorship. It sort of just happened. I kept going to the same person, asking for advice.
Joining us in the studio is the board member of CFA Society and Qudwa Nurhan Adhan, as well as Ziba Askar, chairwoman of the Inclusion Committee, board member of CFA Society. Well, good evening, chairwoman.
Good evening.
How was
Thank
everything?
you for having us.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So, CFA Society, tell us more about that.
Sure. CFA Society Bahrain has been established in 2006. It is the local society of the Global CFA Institute, which has over 150,000 members globally, and it has over 165 societies all across the world. The main objective, the strategic objective of CFA Society is basically to build the human capital and the investment professional human capital that has both the hard and the soft skill competencies, as well as the highest levels of business integrity and ethics. And as a result of that, one of the initiatives of the CFA Society is the Qudwa Mentorship Program, which naturally flows into actually building the soft skills of the future leaders of the business sector.
Beautiful. So, Qudwa.
Yes, we were extremely happy when we launched Qudwa. In 2018, we launched a pilot phase. It's a completely the first in the region in the GCC to have a mentorship program in the CFA community. And obviously, we were very happy that it was 100% women-led. Let me give you a little bit of a brief about Qudwa. Qudwa is Arabic for role model for the non-Arabic speakers. And it actually is built on the philosophy of paying it forward. So we train the mentors, which is us paying forward to them. And the mentors mentor the mentees, so they pay it forward to them. And then the mentees, hopefully, they can then take whatever they learned and pass it on and move it. So we are building this strong, inspiring, motivating community, all built locally within Bahrain. So that was really the concept of this program that we've built in the society.
Beautiful. So what really inspired you to do all of this? I mean, the structure sounds really legit and solid. So what really sparked it?
Sure. I think when we thought about this back in 2018, we were very privileged in our own careers on the board that we had mentors to support us and to support our growth and to support our careers. So we wanted to share that as well within the local community, and we wanted to give it a local flavor. So we called it Qudwa, and we wanted to make sure that we build on the talent that's available locally. So the whole concept was to really leverage on the local community.
Beautiful, beautiful. So how is the growth so far? How's the achievements been going?
Well, the achievements have been extremely tremendous, and Nurhan can update you more on that. I just wanted to add to what Nurhan said, is when we look at the finance and the business industry, you are talking about trillions of dollars of money that the investment professionals are actually managing on behalf of people.
Yes.
And this is something to be taken very seriously. So building the integrity, the ethics of the people who are managing other people's money, basically, and the fiduciary responsibility they have. Qudwa came in at a time in which we've seen the 2008 financial crisis that happened and how the confidence has gotten shaken in the financial industry. So when we looked at our members and as well as the investment profession, it's very important that people who are in the industry get guidance. So they learn from people who actually have experience, and there is an invaluable level of advice that they can benefit from, and this is what the program is doing. And Nurhan will tell you more, but the program is basically very well structured, so it's not only just a casual mentorship or things that you would hear from other places, and I'm sure Nurhan will elaborate exactly on how detailed and thoroughly she worked on the program.
That would be beautiful, actually.
So the way we structured it is we have training programs, so the mentor isn't just mentoring out of his own experience, although that's very valuable as well. But we also give them training programs that are structured again around how to handle difficult personalities, how to deal with the work culture, how to really be a mentor. So we give them a skill set that they can walk away with from the program and use it even in their own personal lives. And we structure how the frequency of them meeting the mentees, we follow up regularly to ensure that this is progressing in a very suitable and beneficial manner as well. So that's kind of the structure of the program. But Bara, you were asking us earlier about the growth, which I think we're very, very proud of. We're proud that it was born in Bahrain by 100% women leadership, and I also want Ziba later on to touch on the other work we've been doing on that aspect. But we've grown now into Saudi Arabia, we've grown into Kuwait, and they've basically replicated the work we've done, and our team continues to support them.
Amazing.
And our latest surprise, which we're super proud of, is we're actually in Ukraine, which we didn't
Ukraine?
Yes, where CFA Society Ukraine has adopted the same, and they're actually using the word qudwa, which we're very proud that they're actually using an Arabic word to present the same mentorship program there. So we've grown, not just locally, but we've grown regionally, and we're hoping to enhance and to grow even further globally. Now, just kind of a note of appreciation, this couldn't have happened, we couldn't have grown this much if we didn't have the support of obviously the board members and everybody on the committee, but also we had phenomenal support from our members and our candidate base who trusted us, but cannot go without mentioning Al United Bank, who supported us from day one. They give us financial, in-kind support, mentors, trainers, speakers. So it's been phenomenal, really, because we had their backing.
This is beautiful, like to see how we are going international and global with our own structures over here. We're so proud of you and all the initiatives. I mean, on a personal basis, how do you feel about the whole program so far? Like, you've been part of it for like years now.
Yes.
So how far do you feel like, oh my God, I started with this kind of thing, but now you feel like you're a different person, you're a different place. How is it?
Sure. Do you want to take that?
Yeah, take it.
Okay. So I think on a personal level, it's something to feel very proud of, because we always set out as CFA Society Bahrain to leave a mark, to have an impression, right? And we do this because we want to bring value, and we do it because we want to make a difference. And with this, we felt that we're actually making a difference on the local community. And not only that, it's so much so a difference that other people want, or other countries even, want us to step in and say, how can we do what you've done?
Amazing.
So we take this very closely to heart, because yes, it's amazing to succeed at a local level, but it's amazing when you take your flag and you raise it here and there and everywhere else. And genuinely, we've also done this, and we really want to speak to you about it as well on the award that we've won earlier. And Ziba, if you could touch up on that.
Well, congratulations, first of all.
Yes, thank you. Now, in terms of the achievement of Qudwa, especially going international, like Nurhan said, it's something to be proud of. It's something you feel you did for Bahrain. And we are very proud and honored, actually, that we have won earlier in the year the first national award for women advancement on a local society. So that was an extreme honor for us, and it was as a result of the society's initiatives in terms of the diversity and women inclusion and empowerment and advancement, actually. So having an initiative like Qudwa actually makes us to feel extremely proud, because it's a women-led initiative and it's going international.
It is.
So just to give you a bit of background about the board of directors of CFA Society, it's composed of 50% of women, and then we have the leadership of the society, approximately 44% are women as well. And we have variety of programs that we make sure that we include what are the basic needs of women and even advancing them. And another thing that we have done during the COVID period, because things were disrupted, most of our plans were disrupted, but we made it a point, and Qudwa actually stepped up in that sense by sharing the knowledge and sharing the mentorship, the advice, even in terms of the mental and psychological impact on people. And we hosted a number of live events that we reached out to the wider community to basically be there and to show that we are supporting everyone. And these are things that are personally very close to our hearts, because the whole work of the CFA Society is volunteer based. So we are dedicating our time. Yeah. So, you know, getting feedback, positive feedback from these things that we do is extremely rewarding and fulfilling for us.
This is just beautiful. I mean, we're so proud of everything you've been doing. Not only that, we're going international with it. I mean, do you feel like there's a certain country right now you want to tap into, you want to spread, you know, the international vibes of Bahrain to?
You'll be surprised by my answer. I don't think we approach it that way.
Okay.
Our approach is to do the best we can every single day, to set out to leave a mark, to inspire, to motivate, to uplift, even if it's just one person, even if it's just the next person you meet.
Right.
And if that is just a ripple, and then we create a ripple effect all over the world, that's fantastic. If you're able to just affect that one person, then you've really left a mark, and that's what counts.
Okay.
So we're not approaching countries, or we don't have a strategy in that sense to grow. We want to continue to give, and we want to continue to serve. And in that way, I think we'll be able to help as many people as we can, and that's the objective.
That's very human of you, and of CFA altogether, and Qudwa. So with that, I would say, any last advice or things you would like to share with the youth and the viewers around the world and Bahrain?
Of course. Ziba, go ahead.
Yeah, I would have 3 sets of advice.
All right.
So the first advice, I would be targeting the fresh grads. And my advice for them is to be opportunity hunters. And this is the time when they start their real life experience out of the academic structured path. They are into the open world, and they basically need to build their own future. Participating in volunteer work, giving back to the community, time is what they have when they are fresh graduates. So they need to invest that wisely. The second group, I would advise the employees, people who are actually working. Now, many people go through different phases regardless of the level of seniority, but I would advise that a person takes occasional self-reflection and ask 3 questions. What is it that I'm doing it? Why am I doing it? How am I doing it? Answering these 3 questions will give kind of an insight into what else do I need to do to maximize my employability and really be someone who can grow in the career. The third level of advice is obviously going for women.
Okay.
So for women, I would advise, give yourself permission to be the person you want to be.
Give yourself permission.
Not the person that you think you should be. And the reason I'm saying this is, and I'm going to talk about the CFA Society, throughout the years, I've seen a lot of talented women that what we call the middle hump of their career, they had to step down. They stepped down because if a woman thinks, I want to give 100% to my work, I want to give 100% to my family, I want to give 100% to myself, that's a 300% of one person.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And you just cannot possibly achieve that.
Right.
So it doesn't mean you quit. You can take a break, but doesn't mean you quit. And it's okay. I think the statement, it's okay, is very important for women to tell themselves it's okay and not to be hard on themselves. So these are the 3 advices I have.
That was really powerful.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, it's okay just to take a break.
Absolutely.
Chill, take it easy. You know, it's like I said, 300% out of 1%. I mean, as math goes, no.
Yeah.
Definitely. What about you, Nurhan?
I mean, Ziba said it so beautifully that I don't think I'll have so much more to add here, but I just want to reflect back on the last year real quick, and I think it was a very difficult year for a lot of people, especially for the younger guys who are just about to graduate and go into the world, and they're finding it extremely difficult to do that, right? So I just want to give them a word of advice and say, there is a platform. There are so many platforms available locally, whether it's the volunteer opportunities like Siba rightly mentioned,
Right.
or the mentorship programs similar to Qudwa,
True.
or just that you set out and network and meet people and grow really your network, and you can leverage that to develop opportunities for yourself, so you can be an opportunity hunter, like Ziba rightly said.
Right.
So I would encourage them to really search and see the opportunities that are available and leverage them and to reach out to people. Now, for the more experienced individuals, the likes of anybody who's in a professional community or anybody more senior into their career, because this year was so difficult for the younger people, for the people who lost their jobs, for the people who had a very hard time during the year, the people who are more senior, who are doing a little bit better with what happened, please reach out. You know, you have a lot of things to give. Reach out, see who you can support. Maybe just a little bit of your time on a mentoring relationship, or maybe a little bit of time on some training that you could provide. You never know how far your impact can reach if you really, you know, give out a helping hand to somebody else. So these would be my two kind of tips to anybody who's watching.
Thank you so much. I mean, I would say on behalf of Bahrain, we're blessed. We're honored to have you with CFA and Qudwa. I mean, I can just tell we are going to break new barriers, not only just for the women-led programs, but all Bahrain together. So our sincerest gratitude is revealed to your amazing achievements, and we're just going to see more growth coming up with CFA and Qudwa. Much pleasure and honor for having you here on Bahrain Now.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
our
Thank
pleasure.
you so
Thank you
much.
for having
Thank
us.
you.
You're welcome. Actually, the pleasure's all ours.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. Do reach out to CFA if you're a senior in any field, pretty much to give your experience to Bahrain and to the world. This was with us here today as we had the CFA and Qudwa, the pride of Bahrain, right here on Bahrain Now. So stay tuned for more. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with an e-sport e-athlete, not only a Bahraini champion, but actually an international champion with us here today as one of the best Mortal Kombat players in the world, Said Hashim. How are you tonight?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm great. I'm just happy to see you again.
Same here, man. I'm glad that you're interviewing me here in Bahrain TV.
I mean, gonna make me blush.
It's my pleasure.
So how was Ukraine? Tell us about that.
It wasn't easy, to travel there in this pandemic.
Oh, tell me about it.
I had to take 5 tests.
Tests?
Yeah, throughout a whole journey. It wasn't easy.
One before Bahrain?
Yeah, one in Bahrain, one when I arrived there.
Okay.
And one again before I traveled.
Okay.
And one in Dubai and one here.
But that did not, let down the spirit of the best Mortal Kombat player in the world. To me, you are the best. I just want to say
thank
that.
you, man.
So now let's talk about you and esports. Now, before even esports was a terminology, you just won pretty much every, I would say, not a Mortal Kombat game, but you just started with Tekken first, right? And then you moved on to Mortal Kombat. What was the transition between Tekken to Mortal Kombat?
I used to play a lot of fighting games in the past. You've been there in events. The fighting games like Marvel vs. Capcom, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Injustice, or Caliber, all kind of fighting games. And I felt comfortable the most in playing games like Tekken.
Yes.
This is which I played it for maybe 15 years.
Yeah.
And then I had my transition to Mortal Kombat after I knew that there is more future in playing Mortal Kombat, especially when I first traveled back in 2015 in a game called Mortal Kombat X.
Yes.
But I used to even play Mortal Kombat before that, Mortal Kombat 9 and even Mortal Kombat Armageddon from the PS2 days.
Oh, I remember that game. Oh my God.
I have a lot of interest in this game.
Okay. I still remember that, before the hype of esports, you actually used to fly on your own expense. You actually used to win all these competitions. If you can go to Saudi, or you go to Kuwait and UAE. Still remember that. Bahrain winning all these competitions, but then it felt like you just want to go bigger and better and crazier. Then it's where you actually, on your own expense, went around the world. So what made you actually want to go bigger with Mortal Kombat?
You just told the story about me that before my brother used to spend on me. Fly together and
your first sponsor, I would say.
Yeah. So I had to place really well, because we cannot afford to lose money. because I won't be able to travel again if I
Right.
disappoint my brother.
Oh.
So yeah, he had faith in me, and we did it together until Nasri Sports came into
Yes,
the
sir.
rescue. Yeah, it saved me from spending more money. They signed up with me.
Yes.
And before that, I really wanted to prove to the world that the Middle East, Bahrain has a lot of talent into their pocket, but nobody knows about them because most of the tournaments happens in the US, which most of the
Right.
people cannot afford to fly to there, especially in tournaments like Evo, Evo,
Oh,
the
yeah,
biggest
Evo.
fighting games
It
tournament.
is.
I really wanted to travel to this event, like really bad, to prove to people that I do have talent, but it was like for Tekken. I wanted to travel for Tekken, not Mortal Kombat. But I told you back in 2016, I saw myself excelling more in Mortal Kombat,
Mortal
in
Kombat.
RS games than Tekken. So just decided to participate in Mortal Kombat, and this is where I placed second and got even more famous back then.
It's amazing what you said right now, and I think it was very smart that you picked a game like Mortal Kombat, which is popular in the States mostly, the UK, parts of Europe, maybe not much in the Middle East maybe, or even Asia, but taking a game like that and excelling in it, for me, I was telling everybody that you were so smart in doing that. Now, even though you go with the name as Tekken Master and go into Mortal Kombat, but you build your name in such a global way. So how did it feel to actually reach to a global stage, putting on the Bahraini flag and winning against, let's say, Sonic Fox, which up until today, you should have won that battle. I'm just telling everybody. Like when he removed his hat, I'm like, picking Alien against you, that was just like, come on, that's just a glitch.
Yeah.
That was a buffed player, man. Come on, what did you pick that for? But winning that, everybody said you could have been the master. Even though big shout out goes to Sonic Fox, an amazing talented fighter. We would love to see him one day. But how do you feel after winning that, apparently that where you just, boom, blew out of proportion?
Yeah. Esports before, it wasn't as popular as now, and
Yes.
nowadays there is more attention, more focus on building the esports, because it clearly, you can see that it has a big future. All the houses in Bahrain, they are filled with like PS5s, PS4s.
Right.
Yeah, with video games, and it's just entertainment, and it's enjoyable whenever you want to play games. You never get bored of it. And when I traveled there, I wanted to showcase my talent into the world, and show people how good I am. And I wanted to be the best in the world, but Sonic Fox, he's the best esports player in the world, not just in fighting games. He's like the best esports player in the world.
Really?
Yeah, he's the best esports player. Yeah, he just had a reward with the best
Yeah,
esports
saw
player.
that.
Yeah, so to beat him, like it's really really hard, and I did beat him back in 2017 for the first time, and even in Evo 2016, I did reset the bracket with him.
We saw that, yeah.
Yeah, but I did not know that he's gonna pick Alien, because before the tournament,
Nobody did.
Yeah. He said that he won't pick Alien to just prove to the people that he can win with other characters as well.
Yes.
Because a lot of people were saying that Sonic Fox is nothing without Alien, which is clearly wrong. So he had to pull him out at the end, which I completely understand. He wants to win Evo, 2 times in a row. So he beat me in the last game, and I won't look back. I will learn from my losses and move on.
Like I said, everybody saw you as the winner. You saw it on Twitter, you saw it on YouTube, we saw all the interviews. Everybody saw you like he is definitely the champion. I think even Sonic Fox, part of him understands that Blood Alien. I'm just saying, you could have been actually the champion, right?
Yes.
So now you are crowned and titled as the #1 esport player, not only in Bahrain, but let's say even the Middle East, and one of the top Mortal Kombat players in the world. Now, do you see yourself only just being an esport player as a Mortal Kombat esport player, or you just want to see the future goes to other games, other platforms?
I'm a flexible fighting game player, so I can play any other fighting game if I like the game, and if I see they are doing tournaments for it, they have good prize pools. For example, for Tekken, it didn't have a really good prize pools.
It's kind of challenging, yeah.
Yes, Mortal Kombat was better, way better, even Injustice.
Right.
So that's why I transitioned to the NRS games, which has a better future. But I'm waiting for the PS5 to announce more, fighting games, because currently we have only the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 11 for PS5, but we don't have other fighting games. And Riot Games, they're going
they did
to
announce, right?
they're going to release a new fighting games, a new fighting game that will be released maybe next year. So I'm sure they will be doing a lot of tournaments for it.
Okay. What about Street Fighter?
Never Street Fighter, I took Street Fighter 4 very seriously. You remember?
Oh, dude, I could not even blink with you.
Yeah, but Street Fighter 5, I did not like the playstyle of the game. I don't like the idea for the Street Fighter developers, which like they changed the game like a lot. They changed it entirely.
They made it easier, I guess, for newcomers.
Yeah, from game to game, which I don't like. I played it nevertheless, but it did not get my attention.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward for new fighting games now and see where it goes from there. Even like if they released Street Fighter 6, I will give it a try and see.
Why not?
Yes.
Why not? So now, speaking of the platforms and all of that, and heading to, let's say, the esport organizations. So I think right now what happened, Nasr Esport has been one of the first and the most leading esport teams in the Middle East, taking things out there, along with Yalla Esports and other teams, and the Aushtaq Warriors in Saudi Arabia and other teams around the Middle East. But Nasr Esports had proven to everybody that they took things on a local and global base. Now, being part of Nasr Esports and being supported by a lot of sponsors, and I've seen platforms here, like in Bahrain, we have the Red Bull Esport platform taking place. Nasr Esports is supporting a lot of Esport Bahraini players, and now we have KHK Esports as well, as they recognized your accomplishments, and Bahrain is all proud of you. I just want to say that. We're proud of you for what you did. So what is your take of esports in Bahrain? Where do you see it heading to?
Yeah, as I said, I told you before, like esports before it wasn't popular, but now because I'm trying to do my best, to like show Bahrain that esport has a lot of future,
potential.
It can get Bahrain even more famous around the world.
Yeah.
And yes, we do have the first esports team in Bahrain, KHK Esports, which is like I'm very interested to see their talent, to see their future players.
Let's go.
Yeah, and also for Nasr Esports, they started back in 2017, and they really wanted to support the whole Middle East players. Like they took the idea that the Middle East has talent from Evo 2016 when I went there, and the owner saw that okay, we have talent there, we can compete with the international players. Why not? Let's open. So they opened, and they started hiring more players, and we are scouting, for the good players from any country from the Middle East. So if you are Bahraini, Saudi, anything, you have talent, the game has a future, has tournaments,
right?
We will be able to sign you, and also the future for esports in Bahrain is like growing, and I cannot wait for the future.
Now we have amazing talents in Bahrain, like players in PUBG, but Fortnite. We have Mariam signed with Nasr Esports, a prominent Fortnite Bahraini player.
Yes, she plays Fortnite. She does content for it. She even joins a tournament. We signed with her last year, and she's a really good Fortnite player. Yeah, I think she plays Valorant now.
Oh wow, that's very smart. I mean, she has a lot of followers. I'm sure she makes more money than I do right now.
Yes, probably.
Well, probably. That's a lot of confidence. Boost me up.
Yeah,
Okay, that's pretty interesting actually. It's just how much they can achieve. But just right now, as there's a lot of support. So you got a message right now, I'm sure.
Yes, I would like to thank His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad for his continuous support throughout my journey in esports.
Amazing. And not only that, even his son Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad as well, as he supported the esports scene in Bahrain with Blast Pro and other events as well took place over here. And even in one of the Ramadans, we actually had one of the biggest PUBG events took place in Bahrain. So it was crazy. So I guess right now we're just seeing bigger things happening for esports. And you are leading the way, as paving the way for people to be actual e-athletes.
Yes, I'm trying to do my best, to show the people that go play video games. You can do it. You just have to test in which game you are good, which game you're bad. You know, I tried most of the games, FIFA, Call of Duty, not just only fighting games, strategy games, even for PC, Counter-Strike. But I saw myself like doing the best in fighting games. So do the same. But if you can balance between studies and playing games, do it. But don't play like video games all day. You know, you have to find the balance. If you can't, no need to play.
Well, you know, we don't want to have, well, actually, we have another example, Hakoum.
Yes, Hakoum.
The guy is like the biggest trophy hunter in the world. In Bahrain, it's amazing having Hakoum as well and having you as well. It's just showcasing that the gaming industry right now and the gaming platform is such only entertainment based, but it's a career. It brings in together the community, the economical drivers, and how can actually build a new economical, let's say, path for the industry in Bahrain as well, and opening paths. And you are right now leading the way, just to say we're proud of you.
Yeah, yes, I was with him like before 2 days.
Yeah, I saw that on Insta stories.
Yeah, he restreamed the tournament that I was in, and he like tried to commentate in Arabic for the Arabic viewers, and he stayed late until maybe 5 or 6 because the tournament was started very late. So we can get like the US people to watch the tournament. That's why we started late. And yeah, he has accomplished a lot of things and trophies, and he's the best at it, you know, and finishing trophies, and he's been doing it since 2008, I think.
As long as
I wasn't wrong, and he is also one of the reasons I played Mortal Kombat. He used to join tournaments for Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that tournament that he won. And then I wanted to challenge him. I wasn't playing Mortal Kombat 9 when it first came out, but then I started practicing, I played against him, and then from there I started to play a lot of Mortal Kombat.
Amazing. So any last words to your fans around the world?
Yes, I would like to thank all the people that supported me throughout my journey in esports and in this tournament and past tournaments. And also big thanks to my family for their support. They stayed late, and I'm really grateful that I have such a family.
Thank you so much, and blessings to your families.
Thank you to you too. Also, you've been supporting me. You know the story, and
appreciate.
You've been commentating on my tournament since also 2011 back in the, you know,
Bahrain
tournament.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Really appreciate it. Blessings to you and your families and your fans. Thank you so much for being with us here on Bahrain Now. So, ladies and gentlemen, an e-sport champion, an e-sport legend, and you could be the next one. Just pick your game and let's go with it, making Bahrain and putting it on the map when it comes to esports. More coming up right here on Bahrain Now. Stay tuned. It's getting super chilly out there, and what's a better way to enjoy the chilly weather than to have some food with family and friends? Let's check out the Family, Friends and Food Festival that took place for the second time after the first one was a huge success. I'll leave you with Mariam El Bayati.
It's finally winter in Bahrain, and you know what this means? It's time to celebrate the beautiful weather, and what's a better way to celebrate it than to spend some time outdoors with family and friends, breathing in some fresh air and enjoying a variety of cuisines, accompanied by live music and great ambience. After the first festival was a great success, the Family, Friends and Food Festival returns with more fun and excitement.
The first festival went down so well and the feedback was so good that we thought we have to do it again. We didn't want to extend and do the same thing. So what better theme to do for family, for children than Christmas? We're obviously continuing to abide by all ministry guidelines and standards. We're keeping tables far apart and keeping everybody sat at the tables and distanced. And we just want to do something for the community and for Bahrain to have a great time.
It's been challenging. I'm fresh come to Bahrain. I came before for vacation. I saw it. I like it. It was like a very nice place. The weather is, it's weird, but it's also part of being in a different country. And now that we're making Mexican food at Gallery 21, I'm enjoying teaching and doing some of the things that I'm used to. That I believe that's why some of the the things that they wanted to bring me here to show a little bit of my country. So I hope that the people that comes to Gallery have a nice time eating some Mexican food. It's just at the moment we're making antojitos. That is something that is like finger food that you can eat with your hands and having a drink. So I hope the guests like it.
Have fun and be safe. I'm Mariam Al-Bayati reporting for Bahrain International. Thank you for watching.
Many of us turn to surgeries unaware that all we need is a physiotherapy. In the next report by Mariam Al-Bayati, Dr. Hani Hassan, consultant physiotherapist, explains in simple words all you need to know about physiotherapy. Let's check it out.
I'm Dr. Hani Hassan. I'm a physiotherapy consultant. I'm specialized in treating spine and back issues rehabilitation. I'm the founder of PhysioRelax Center for Rehabilitation. We deal with all sorts of sport injuries, musculoskeletal issues, fractures, post-operation rehab, and also disabled rehab. At the moment, we're doing very well. At the beginning, we were struggling in the first 3 months after March. Patients were reluctant. They were scared to come. It's because of the education. They were fearing the COVID. They don't know how to deal with it. So we had a little bit of struggle, how to convince patients to come, attend the sessions. They're in pain. We need to continue their treatment. It's very bad to disrupt the program because physiotherapy needs continuous discipline in the program. But after a little bit of few education, people now getting used to the situation, yes, we're getting back on track. Now patients are more cautious. They're much more educated, well educated. They know how to deal with the situation. Most of the people accepted the situation. For us here as a healthcare taker, we make sure that we take always the temperature regularly for patients. We make sure they enter with masks. And if they don't, we hand them masks. And our staff always cautious. They wear masks, gloves. They keep a distance. We disinfect each room after each patient. We use chlorine, we use a lot of things that are recommended by the Ministry of Health. So yeah, we're keeping it safe. And patients are also now keeping it good. They're taking good care of themselves and it's going well. Especially for CrossFitters, because it's getting more common now. And we love CrossFit, this is good. We recommend it more because it's more a dynamic sport. We recommend they stabilize their core first. So condition, stabilize your core, then you can play CrossFit without injuries. Okay, it's a perfect sport. It maintains your body for a long time period with a good shape, good strength, dynamic. We believe in it. I believe in CrossFit. But also, you need to condition. You need to stabilize the muscles, strengthen the weak muscles, prepare your core for this sport. If you do this, yes, you will minimize the injury and you will have a perfect result. We have a variety of services that we apply here. We have from standard physiotherapy that we deal with musculoskeletal issues, chronic muscle fatigue, injuries, post-operative rehabilitation for children as well. We do also chiropractic, manipulation, spine alignment. We do also foot testing for flat feet, gait analysis. We have also alternate medicine and Chinese Oriental medicine that we deal with different Oriental diseases or just the traditional medicine. Okay? And also we have women health as well. Cupping therapy does do a system of flush It renews the blood circulation. So all the pain hormones, all your endorphins, all the waste products from muscle or from fatigue, we can take it all out, deoxygenated blood, and renews the blood, hence increase tissue energy, oxygenation, and healing. Chinese alternative medicine depends on the Chinese botany, the acupuncture treatment, especially the acupuncture. The acupuncture, they follow the lines of meridians, the lines of energy of flow, chakras flow and everything. And it's all about wellness, inner wellness, peace with your internal organs. How to harmonize this, how to reduce headaches, how to increase body energy, how to improve breathing, how to stop headaches, how to reduce fatigue, how to sleep very well, to improve heart function, liver function. It's a very good way of treating, different than the regular modern medicine. And a lot of people, they benefit of it. People who don't benefit from the modern medicine, they do benefit from the Oriental or the alternate medicine. I wish everybody to be safe, and I hope this dilemma or the thing, inshallah, will pass by very soon. It will. We just need strong people, strong will, and I hope people will follow the precautions, stay away, and play it safe. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for watching our episode tonight. Don't forget to stay in touch with us on the social media platforms. Till next time, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, blessed, and Happy New Year.